Hey Libra, what's going on? I hope you're doing very, very well. My name is Diane, for those of you who do not know me. And this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and we're going to do a general reading for November, but you know, it's timeless. All my readings are timeless, so whenever you happen to find this bad boy is when you were meant to see it. You're very welcome here, Libra. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it very much. And if you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I would appreciate that very much as well. And I apologize for the lack of readings. Been having some trouble with my living situation, which is why I am coming at you from a hotel. So I don't have any of my accoutrements with me, you know. So bear with me. Okay, you have the Chariot. Where's that going to go? Here. Yes. So you have the Chariot. Move. So good things are happening. There's some kind of movement coming. It's actually pretty fast. Like when you have the Chariot, it usually talks about something fast. Blossom. Something is about to blossom. Press play, right? Press record, yeah. It's the day before the new moon, so I'm like, crap. The Ace of Cups. This is something to do with a new love coming in. Some kind of movement with a new love. Now, this could be someone that you've already met, or it could be someone that's coming in, and like Spirit's just letting you know that this is how you know, it's going to unfold when you meet them. But with this is the Judgment card here, the Blossom. So it could have been that this has taken a while to come together, because the Judgment card it talks about a decision that's taken a long time. However, the Judgment card is also very important in terms of it talks about past life connections. It talks about someone that you will feel very, very called to. You're going to know who this person is when you meet them, because you'll feel like unbelievably called to them. And I feel like there's maybe something that you guys are going to create together as well. And you have the heart chakra here. So this is going to be like a very heart chakra based connection, which means unconditional love. Oh, I don't know which one that was. I'm going to take the third eye. So it could also be like a very spiritual connection as well when you have the third eye. You have the sacral chakra and the 8. Let me reshuffle. Let me reshuffle this one too. I'm not convinced about that. Right, thank you. Make it easy for me. You have the Emperor here. So this person is showing up as an Emperor or an Empress if you prefer the ladies, but someone like very mature, you know, very stable. They're usually very successful. They're very well respected. Man, I have something itching me. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's see what else you've got here. Cool, you have the World. Something's about to happen here, Libra. Like when you have the World card, it talks about cycles being closed down. So you guys, you and this person have been closing down cycles, learning lessons, maybe learning to embrace the connection. And with the Chariot, there's movement forward here. There's a coming together. There's a union. Three of Pentacles. And you have this is a very slow moving connection. Like when it first starts, it's very, very slow moving. You know, when you have the Strength card here, that's something that's very, very slow. It's such a boring card because it talks about, you know, maybe you want to move forward quicker, but it's necessary to move slower. In this particular deck, it actually talks about control, like not wanting to relinquish control, micromanaging things. So you or this person, there could have been a bit of a delay in this connection coming together, like it being kind of slow, because neither one of you like wanted to lose control, or you were sort of micromanaging the situation, you know, something like that. And you have the Tower. So after like a slow moving start, it's going to come in really fast. And it's going to move really fast. And it's going to change everything. When you have the Tower, this is going to come in and change everything in a good way. You guys are going to be very, very connected at the heart space. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, it's very slow moving at the start. And then the Eight of Wands, very fast. So it goes from very slow to very fast. Okay, the Eight of Cups. So this could be you or your person or both of you. Take it as it resonates. But when you have the Eight of Cups here, that talks about abandonment issues. So there's a little bit of a block in the heart space because of abandonment issues, which, like I said, could be on either side or both. You know, when you have these spiritual connections, it tends to be that you guys mirror each other, you know. And you have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, and the Magician. This Emperor here, or the Empress, you know, you decide who this person is. I'm going to talk about them like they're an emperor because that's what's here. This person feels very alone. Like they feel very lonely, very left out in the cold. Like they're always outside looking in. They've manifested you. Person manifested you. Okay. And something they've overcome. You have the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh. So this person here, excuse me, they have a little bit of a block in their throat chakra when it comes to talking to you or telling you how they feel. Something that this person has been overcoming is the Nine of Swords energy, which is overthinking, worrying, stressing yourself out. This person could be prone to insomnia, prophesizing the worst based on things that have happened in the past, right? Which is totally normal. Like if you've had a lot of crappy relationships in the past, you know, or you've had a lot of like people abandon you in the past or walk away or ghost you, then it's only natural that you would kind of worry that that's going to happen again in the future. It's like being a bit of a prophet of doom. That's something that they've had to overcome in order to move forward with this connection. And the thing is, with the crown chakra here, let me just show you. See here with the Nine of Swords, like it's this little crown chakra is being blocked because of all the overthinking. So because this person kind of overthinks and worries, I don't know about probably about everything. They're probably that kind of energy, but about you in particular, about this connection in particular, messages that have been coming through their crown chakra have been getting blocked, you know. So that's something that they're overcoming. Like they've been learning to not worry and not overthink this. But the reason that they've been overthinking it is they have a little bit of self-esteem issues with the Nine of Pentacles. Hold on. Sorry, I had to fix something. My hair was driving me nuts. You know, right before the new moon, like everything just drives me nuts. I get like really like sensitive and everything just drives me nuts. Like, you know, just like, I don't know, itchy and like, I don't know. Anyway, you don't need to know that. I won't bore you, but that's what I was doing. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this person, they have self-esteem issues. That's something that they've been overcoming. They've been overthinking this connection because they haven't felt good enough for you. They're worried about getting left out in the cold, which is, you know, it's someone that you wouldn't think would have these issues because you have the Emperor here, which is someone, you know, like I think I said it earlier, they're usually very successful and very mature and very well respected. So it's the type of energy where you wouldn't think that they would feel like that. But they've actually been also working on their root chakra. they're grounding their energy. So I wonder if you're dealing with someone, you know, when the root chakra is a little blocked, it causes generalized anxiety and overthinking. So you might be dealing with someone who, despite outward appearances, actually deals with a lot of anxiety and overthinking and worrying. And a lot of it comes down to self-worth, because they've actually had people abandon them or walk away or something like that in the past, or they've been left out in the cold, and or so they overthink with the 7 of Cups. You know, it's like, oh well, what do I do? I mean, is this real? Is this just like the past people? Have I imagined this? Is this too good to be true? 7 of Cups energy is very much like, is this too good to be true? Is this a house built on sand? And, you know, in terms of receiving messages from your crown chakra, which is, it's like downloading information you didn't have access to. Like your third eye is about like your intuition and your spirit guides, but your crown chakra is about downloading information from like the Akashic, you know, receiving messages that you didn't have access to before. But if you're ungrounded, it's difficult to distinguish messages that you're downloading and receiving from your own internalized drivel, you know, like your ego worrying. So this person's kind of been working on the root chakra, or like not worrying so much so they can receive these messages. And now they're thinking clearly with the Ace of Swords. Like they're thinking clearly here. They're no longer confused. They know exactly what to do, and they're coming, basically. They've also been, something's been going on with their self-esteem, like they're seeing their own worth more clearly than they did before for some reason, which is great. They've also been listening to their intuition here. Again, there's something here about overcoming overthinking, listening to their intuition. Their heart has been healing. Yeah. Person's cute. Right. What time are we at? Oh, loads of time. Right, let's ask about what's going on over here. Okay. What's this Chariot? Okay, what's this Tower? Broken heart. Okay, so this person has had, and this could also be you, I think they're really highlighting this so that, I don't know, so you won't be angry with this person if they take a long time, or you understand why they've taken a long time. So you have the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, like on top of the 5 of Pentacles, and you have the Devil. So this person has a lot of heartbreak from people who have left them or ghosted them in the past, or like a lot of abandonment issues where they have been left out in the cold very much. And you have the Devil here with attachment. So something that this person deals with is, again, low self-esteem. And it's not me repeating that, Spirit's repeating it. So that's something that you should be aware of when you're interacting with this person. No matter how they appear on the outside, they are dealing, and I'm not talking about in terms of like their looks, I'm talking about how they present, because the Emperor presents as someone very capable and strong and confident, but actually underneath there's all this like anxiety and worrying about self, like not feeling good enough, okay? So actually, this is something that you've really helped this person heal. It's slow at the start because you're helping each other heal. This person's going to help you heal, but you're also helping this person heal. Okay? And they feel so much better with you around, like with the 9 of Pentacles, like they feel so much better. They feel all shiny and like good about themselves, and yeah, you make this person feel really good about themselves. Tell me about this Tower. Blossoming abundance. Okay. This wants to go here for some reason. Tell me about this Tower. The Tower. What? This person is going to bring so much change into your life. And I feel, you know, if you have been a bit of a control freak, or it's them, or it's both of you, that's coming to an end. Okay? Tell me about this Tower then. The door to value. Tell me about this Tower. Okay, you have the Eight of Swords here. There's some kind of release of holding yourself back. I feel this is you. There's some kind of release of you holding yourself back. Spirit might have given you some kind of warning. Take this as it resonates. I could be talking about your person here, but you know, I feel like there could have been like a little tough love on Spirit's part. Like if you've been resisting the connection, or you've been wanting to kind of stay in control, you know, in case you get hurt or whatever it is, they're going to give you a little spanking, basically, like a little warning from Spirit. Okay? Tell me about this Tower. The yin and the yang. This person's your other half. And you guys are going to build together. There's something about, you guys are actually going to build a hell of a lot of abundance together. It's going to be a very, very heart chakra based connection. Very, very heart chakra based. You should be aware. I think one of the reasons that, like, maybe you think this is too good to be true, is you had a bad experience with a past person yourself. That person's still hanging around, by the way. BT dubs, you should be aware of that. And they're very jealous of this connection, but you know, they can go fuck themselves, right? So yeah, this new person coming in is the yin to your yang. And like I said, you guys are gonna build together. There's been resistance, I think, on both sides. And it's basically because, I think, definitely on their side, but also it could be your side. Like there could be abandonment issues that needed to be healed. Again, you know, if that doesn't resonate for you, don't take it. But I think it's going to be the case for a lot of you that, I don't know, maybe you get ghosted a lot. That's like abandonment issues playing itself out. It usually comes from like childhood. And it could even be, doesn't even have to be that your parents weren't there. Like even if you had emotionally unavailable parents, it leads to the same sort of symptoms as if they weren't there at all. Tell me about this Tower. The Knight of Pentacles. So very, very slowly, this offer has come in. Okay. It starts very slow. This person could be a fire sign, because you have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, and then you have the King of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sag. All right, you're dealing with someone here who has focused a lot of their efforts in life on money or building abundance for themselves, and it's because their heart chakra was a little closed. That's not the right phrase. Like, you know, when there's a block, there's a little bit of a block in their heart chakra, which, you know, when that happens, it means that the person often doesn't feel worthy of unconditional love. Okay? But now that you've helped to heal this, you know, they feel worthy of unconditional love, so their heart chakra is all open and they're ready for you. You kind of distracted this person. I think they were very focused on money and building their abundance, and then you kind of distracted them. You know, with the King of Wands energy, it can sometimes mean they don't live where you live, like they live further away, or they like to travel. The King of Wands, especially when you have the Emperor, it's usually someone that's in charge of stuff. You know, like they're the boss, or they own their own business or something like that. It can even be someone that is, you know, they get up on stage, or they're like the figurehead of the company, you know, something like that. I don't know why I'm putting that one away. You have the Emperor and the Empress here, and Judgment. Okay, so the Empress wants to go here. So this is why you guys have such a heart-based connection here, because, you know, it's the yin to your yang, basically. They're definitely a leader. You're dealing with someone that's definitely a leader. And they see you as like their Empress, or like vice versa, you know. Someone very nurturing, very loving. And then you have, this one's to go here. Okay, so basically, this person, like I said, it's very slow. There's the Three of Swords again. Holy shit, this person's really been through the ringer. And the Knight of Cups. It moves very slow because they've had their heart broken. There's been a lot of sadness. They've been left out in the cold. They've been rebuilding themselves after they met you. They have problems with self-esteem. So yeah, they've been through a lot. But the thing is, with the Judgment card, they feel very called towards you. Like this feeling very called towards you kind of overrides everything else, basically. And it kind of makes me want to take this out. And put it like that. There's something that happens with you where like they finally start to see their worth. You know, and it stops them from worrying so much. It's because they see you as an Empress, and there's like an energy here of like, oh my God, well, I mean, if this person likes me, then I must not be that bad. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. And I'm guessing that the same thing will happen with you because you mirror each other. Like they'll make you feel the same way, but it will be slow. The Judgment card is slow moving energy, but here they come with a love offer here. The Knight of Cups, something that has been very slow moving is now here. There may also have been a period where you were not fully in your Empress energy, like you weren't fully, you know, like into a receptive energy. And that's also changed now. So this will coincide like at the same time. You have the Two of Pentacles here. So this person's been balancing all this heartbreak, and they've also been trying to make a decision about what to do. And it's taken them a really long time because of the sadness in the past that they've been balancing. Listen, I don't want to bum you out, but it takes a really long time. But it'll be worth it. Because this is your person. So there they are coming in with an offer. But it's because they battle like low self-esteem. That's what you should know about that. That's why the slowness is there. So what time are we at? Oh, I forgot. I stopped the video briefly. Okay, well, we're going to get some of these. Right. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. The Grim Reaper. Okay. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Okay. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. The Chaser. Chaser in a codependent relationship. Fear of abandonment issues. Okay. This person comes in once they've dealt with their fear of abandonment. Okay. This is something that they've been dealing with. And he has seduction as well. Okay. This person has chased all the wrong people in the past. Okay. They've tended to be something of a chaser energy in the past. And they might have chased people who were kind of, you know, seductive. Like it was all kind of surface level stuff. And I think there's a bit of a worry actually that the same thing is going to happen here, that you're just trying to seduce them. There's an energy of teasing. Like, I don't know if people have teased this person a lot in the past and they've chased them. You know what I mean? Like, played games with them kind of thing. Like, ghosted them or breadcrumbed them, something like that. And they're worried that you're going to do the same thing. So they've been watching you with the sunglasses card. Like, they've been watching you to make sure you're not like this and it's not going to happen again. Oh, man. Who has treated your person so badly? Let's kick their... Well, I won't use the phrase I was going to use because YouTube won't like it. Yeah, cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. See, this is what's happened to them in the past. They've had a lot of these kind of... people that, I don't know, like used them for attention. Like it's this cycle where they chase people who use them, or it, yeah, it's like breadcrumbing, you know, give me attention and then I'm going to ditch you, you know, this kind of thing. So they've overcome that now. Stability, security, permanence, yeah. Okay, so once they've done that, they're going to come in with this offer. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Date. There you go. Meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. So this person's going to be like, once they feel comfortable with you, like, you know, like you're not just teasing them, or you're not just bullshitting them, and they feel good enough for you, then they're going to come in and ask you out on a date. You know, I think you're going to be really surprised, because the King of Wands and the Emperor, they're usually really good looking. So you're probably dealing with someone who's like pretty good looking. You know, so it would be a surprise, I think, for you to think like, oh, that's how this person is. Like, they suffer from low self-esteem and people have like teased them in the past. You know? Okay, let's get some messages from this person to close the reading, because I have no clue how long this reading is now. Sorry if it's really long. That's what she said, or that's what he said. Okay. You have the Nine of Cups. You satisfy me emotionally, mentally, and physically. You're basically this person's wish fulfillment here. Like, you've got everything they want. You make this person feel good. You make them feel pretty or handsome. You make them feel worthy. Like, they're not getting their self-esteem from you. That's not it. It's just, I think you've helped to heal a lot in this person. And because they think you're really attractive, like however you feel about yourself, this person, they think you're really attractive. So they're like, oh my God, like this person's interested in me. Like, what the hell? It must not be real. But once they realize it is real, they're like, oh my God. And then they get all, you know, it makes them feel good. Cute. This person's super cute. The Queen of Cups. Aww. So this person likes you because you're so sweet, basically. Like, they think you're hot too, but the reason that they like you is because they're so sweet. And I want to say they've dealt with like a lot of bitches or a-holes in the past. So they like you because you're really sweet. They also, I don't know if you're psychic for some of you, like with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, some of you guys could be psychic or very intuitive. They like that about you. They feel like that's the Empress. This person feels like you're their Empress. I will always love you and take care of you. So they think you're very seductive as well, but it's not just like that sort of hit it and quit it sort of energy, you know, like use and abuse. They think you're very nurturing as well. So they think that you have like all the qualities, like the seductive qualities, but you're also like very nurturing and sweet, and you won't treat them like shit, basically. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So here they are. They've been watching you to see if you're kosher. And they've decided that you are. They've decided that you're nurturing and sweet and that you're like them. And here they are. They're coming in with an offer. This person definitely has a pretty strong fear of abandonment. Okay, that's something that you should be aware of. But that will recede over time. Okay, and you have the Three of Cups here. Being with you is like a party. It's always fun. That's a date. This person's coming in to ask you out on a date. So those are your messages, Libra. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I'd appreciate it very much. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.